guys, welcome back to my channel. This is an exciting video for me to make because it's the first one in this kind of series that I'm going to be doing of pregnancy videos, just following my journey. And so yeah, I'm currently almost 14 weeks. I think I'm like 13 weeks in 5 days when I'm filming this, but I'll already be 14 weeks by the time anyone sees this video. I think in this video I'm just gonna kind of go through my history as far as getting pregnant with Warner, just so you kind of have a little background to before I got pregnant with this baby. I'll probably do, if I get through that and it's not too long, then I'll probably just go through the weeks 1 through 4. I did write down a few things and I will talk about those as well in this video, and then I'll go through weeks 4 through 8 in the next one. And like I said in the last video, if you watched that, I'll just kind of do a few weeks at a time, and then we'll get caught up to where I am currently, and then I'll probably just do one video a week. So anyways, I guess just as a little disclaimer, I'm not making this, or rather, I'm not gonna go into my history about becoming pregnant or anything like that to be like braggy, like, oh look, it just was so easy for us. Obviously we are so thankful and blessed for how our pregnancy journey has been pretty easy so far. I know that every pregnancy is different and your body changes and things like that. I know it's just different for everyone. Some people get pregnant very easily. Some people, you know, it takes a little time. Some people struggle for years. So this is purely a way for me to track this, to be able to look back on it later, and also to, you know, give information to people out there that maybe want it, just to be encouraging to people or whatever. Like, it's just purely informational so that you know, others can see it and maybe learn a little bit or whatever. So I'm just trying to tell you my personal story and share it with you. I gained a lot of information and things like that from watching these kind of videos when I was pregnant the first time, even before, like before we were even trying to have a baby. So yeah. So anyways, let's just get into my backstory. And also, hopefully this isn't like TMI. I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy, but just whatever. Anyways, so when we decided to try to get pregnant with Warner, I was just on the pill. I came off of it, and the next month I had a normal cycle, and then the next month I had missed my period, and that just was not normal for me. So I took a test and we found out that we were pregnant. It happened like right away, and it was just kind of surprising. Like, honestly, very surprising. I didn't really think that would happen that quickly. Honestly, that's what happened with my mom both times. She got pregnant with me, when she got pregnant with my brother, it was just like right away. So that's basically what happened when we tried with Warner. And then this time around was a little bit different, but still very faster than what I had anticipated. So basically I nursed Warner, not exclusively. I did exclusively for, I think, like the first like 5 or so months. And then kind of started to introduce the bottle to him so that other people could feed him if need be, and he took to that pretty good. But I was still nursing him up until he was 12 months old, and I didn't have a period until he was 1. So March was the first one that I had, like beginning of March. I think it was March 6th-ish. Like I said, hopefully this isn't like TMI, but I thought all this information was useful, and I was researching this kind of stuff on YouTube when we were, looking to maybe start a family. So anyways, March 6th was the first time that I had even had a cycle since Warner was born. So almost 12 months exactly, because he was born on March 23rd of 2017, and I think March 6th, 2018 was the first time that I had one. I guess we conceived 2 weeks later or something like that, around April 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. I think it was around that time. I think it was around the 6th that I took a pregnancy test, and there was nothing, it looked negative. I mean, you know how it is, like when you're trying to get pregnant, you like swear you see a line, but Ethan kept telling me like, no, there's no line on there, nothing. So I waited a few days and I took another one. This time, the first time was just like some random like generic brand from a grocery store. I don't even know what it was. But it said to hold the test in your urine for 5 seconds. So then when like the 8th or 9th rolled around, I used a first response test, which is what I got a positive pregnancy test for Warner on. So I just got those again, and I just not even thinking about it, I just held the little test in the urine for 5 seconds. And so it said negative. And then I was like, well, I just feel off. Like, I just felt like I was pregnant. Totally typical. Like, I think when you're wanting to get pregnant, you always like think, oh, this is a symptom. But anyways, so then another day goes by and I was like, okay, well, I still haven't started my period, and it's just not, it wouldn't be normal for me. Like, since I had it and I had started back, I've always been very regular. And so, and I just, like I said, I felt off. So I, the test box that I got had 2 tests in it. So I waited a day, and by this point, like, I had used an app to like track. I had used the Ovia, I believe is what it was, app to track like ovulation or whatever. And by this point, it was saying, okay, now you can test. And it may have even been like a day later. So I was like, let me just read the instructions and make sure that these aren't, like, maybe this one was different than the other one that I used. And sure enough, it was different. And you're supposed to hold it in the urine for 20 seconds. So I did that, and lo and behold, that extra line showed up. So I was like, I just felt really dumb because I just assumed like, oh, all pregnancy tests are the same. And like, I didn't remember having to hold it in for 20 seconds when I used them for Warner. I mean, I know that was like 2 years ago, but anyways, whatever. So yeah, it happened pretty quickly. I don't even think I said when we started. So basically, we started trying back in January. But like I said, I had never had a period until March. And I kind of figured, like, until I have a cycle, I realized that you can ovulate even without having a period. But I just didn't feel like I was going to get pregnant until I had a cycle again. And then the first month that I had one was March, and then that's the month that we ended up conceiving. So, anyways, really, well, I guess it's not really that long of a story, but long story short, long-ish, mediocrely long-ish story short, that's what happened. So, yes. I'm just going to run through the little symptoms that I had really quickly. I don't know if these were the things that made me think, like, I'm pregnant. I didn't have very many symptoms when I was pregnant with Warner, like, at all. I just was almost in denial that I was pregnant. I was like, there's no way that I could be pregnant. Like, I don't even, I mean, obviously we wanted to have a baby, but until I, like, saw an ultrasound for the first time, I was just like, there's no way, because I mean, you just hear all these stories of people and all the different things that they experience, and I just didn't have any symptoms whatsoever, aside from being hungrier than usual. But that was basically it. And so I didn't get an ultrasound. I didn't have my first appointment until I was like 9 weeks pregnant, and then I saw the little peanut in there, and then I realized, oh, well, okay, I guess it's true. So anyways, okay. This time with this pregnancy, I'm sorry, like, I feel like I'm just rambling on, like, not making any sense. But, okay, so first thing I noticed was that I was out of breath. Just out of, like, not even doing anything, and I was just, like, I would get out of breath very easily. Which I know can be a, early sign of pregnancy. And I felt like my heart rate was just elevated all the time, which was definitely something that I noticed throughout my pregnancy with Warner. And I also was pretty hungry, like more than usual, this time around as well. I wasn't so much with this baby as I was with Warner. I mean, I gained, so with Warner, I was 120 pounds before I got pregnant, and I gained probably 10 pounds in the first trimester because I was just so hungry, and I only gained 31 pounds total. I was 151 pounds when I gave birth, and so I don't know, like, I feel like that was kind of a lot to gain right away, but whatever. I think as long as you're like under 35-ish pounds, like, that's kind of between 20 or 25 and 35 is kind of where they aim for you to, gain your weight. But when I gained that much at first, because my mom, like, I mean, she's tiny. I mean, she's a lot taller than me. I'm 5'1", and she's like 5'6" or something like that. 5'7", I don't know. But she's like a pretty tiny person, and she gained like 60 pounds when she was pregnant with me. So I was like, Lord, no. Like, there is no way for 60 pounds to go on someone that is 5'1". Like, well, I mean, I guess there is, but I was like, no way. Like, I cannot, like, by the end of it, like, just being 151 pounds, like, it was just, like, miserable. Like, it was just hard to, like, stand up. Like, when I was sitting on the ground, I worked at a daycare, and trying to get after 10 one-year-olds, like, it was hard. So I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, started out at 120, ended up at 151. This time I actually, I don't know if it was just like nursing or what. Like, I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did not have a good, or it was pretty non-existent, honestly, like, workout regimen during like my postpartum journey. I didn't really do anything. I think the nursing like helped a lot, and a natural fast metabolism. I don't know. I know that's probably like super annoying, but yeah, basically, but between the nursing and whatever else, like I was like less than what I was, before I got pregnant with Warner. So before this pregnancy, I was 115 pounds, and I have done pretty good with the weight gain this time. I mean, I don't really know how because I have been eating a lot, but I mean, what am I going to do? Like, if I'm hungry, then I'm hungry. Like, you know what I mean? So another symptom, I wrote down that I was like pretty crampy. And honestly, I was having lots of cramps pretty much like the whole time out, like postpartum, before I got pregnant. Like, the cramping kind of went away after I had that first period, but then it just kind of came back like right when I got pregnant again. So I don't know. I asked my OB, and she said that it was probably just due to the fact that I was nursing and whatever else. So she didn't really seem like it was a cause for concern. I have definitely noticed a lot more just like weird aches and pains this time. And again, like I did ask my doctor, and she just said that was pretty normal for your second baby. Your body kind of, it's already been through this one time, and it's already like, it's been stretched out, and so it really wasn't a cause for concern according to her. And I trust her opinion. I really like my doctor. She is awesome. So between weeks 1 and 4, I wrote down that my starting weight was 115, and then by week 4 I was up to 117. So that's pretty much all that I wrote down for that section of time. I know that, everybody's different, whatever. That's just what was going on with my body, and hopefully it can be helpful to somebody out there. But yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this, to just like have this to look back on later. I wish that I would have done it with Warner, but oh well. It is what it is. But anyways, so yeah, I hope that you guys liked this video. I will be doing weeks 4 through 8 next time, and yeah, I have a couple extra like random things that I want to film, and I did film a baby names that unique baby names that I really love, but probably won't be using. So there might be 2 videos up this week. I think I'll probably post that one just as like a little bonus video, because I already filmed it a while ago after we found out that we were pregnant. So yeah, anyways, I have literally rambled so much, and hopefully if you're still watching this, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you did. Thank you to all the people who have subscribed. I really do appreciate it. And I guess I'll just see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.